Hello everyone, I am Squire and I want to welcome you to Firewatch. I've heard good reviews on this game. It's a little dated and I remember watching it on YouTube maybe a couple of times from my favorite creators. But I don't remember much of it, so I figured that it was a great time to kind of play through it and take you along that journey. So without further ado, let's hit new game and see what this is all about. Bar or something. Restaurant maybe. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. You see Julia. Oh, I have to click A. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are drinking with your pals. You approach her. So we are Henry. We approach this lady. We are drunk. So what's your, major? Okay. You're pretty. What kind of drunk are we? So what's your, major? You're pretty. I don't know. We'll call her pretty. We're too drunk to know how to speak. You're pretty, she says coolly. My bad, sorry guys. You are not. You are a future hangover. What? You reply, confused. Someone should buy you a cheeseburger, she says. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Backpack, let's pick it up. Okay. Guessing that's our truck. Hopefully we're not drunk all the time. I know it said 1 week later, but drinking and driving is no joke, or drinking while drunk is not a joke. You date for over a year. Wow, that's actually impressive. That's pretty good, considering nowadays. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. Perfect. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. So we do kind of sound like a group of alcoholics, but it's okay. It's fine, with moderation. Julia wants to get a dog. I'm down for that. Let's get a dog. I have a dog now. She's a rat, but Julia will share a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Pick up the beagle. Bucket. Beagle named Bucket. Shepherd named Mayhem. Ah, it's such a hard decision. I wish they had pictures. I've kind of always wanted a German Shepherd, so I'm gonna pick that. Well, Bucket's such a cute name. We'll do Beagle Bucket. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Never. Well, maybe. Julia loves him. You love him too. Of course I do. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off the high desert. So we're near the desert. I don't. I know it said like Colorado, but I didn't know like where exactly we ended up. Okay, so he radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple little idiots, that would be pretty good. One day, why rush? I think, life right now is going okay. It's going smoothly. Why change it? Why rush? Let's do that. One day. Let me get my rat. Hush, you gonna whine more? Okay. She looks away, out towards the mountains. We have plenty of time, right? Speak for yourself, mister. Don't worry, you assure her. So she thinks that time's running out for some reason, maybe, or maybe she's just worried that she doesn't have enough time. Which, I mean, that's fair. Life moves fast. You tell her she has the body of an undergrad. My ovaries didn't get the memo, she says, laughing it off. One day, okay? Okay, one day, she says. 6 months later, you get engaged, lying in bed on a Sunday morning. He slammed that truck. Sound like my father. Alright, so let's go. You're in their country. Rawr. No fireworks. Do not forget to check in. Where are we? Two Forks Lookout. Supply drop. I don't know what that is. Alright, that's giving me a headache looking close like that. Warning. The whatever trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. Okay, let's continue. It's such a beautiful world. $1980. It's a Thursday night. Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. At least she made it home. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. Let's not go to bed mad or make things worse. I don't have enough information on the situation or what she's been through, so I will find out in the morning. Hopefully. You don't touch each other all night. The next day, you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. Make some coffee and go to work. She said it was great. Why did she come home? I don't know. She started the argument, right? I didn't read that wrong. 1981, Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man, or you frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Of course, the Secret model. Victoria's Secret model. Julie was right. You are very pretty. Of course. I know this. Hey, that was a pretty long jump. He didn't bend his knees, did he? This game's gonna put me to sleep. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my God. Okay. This is, I have to read so much. Two Forks, fire lookout. Two Forks lookout to, oh, tower. 8 more miles still. Oh my God. Hop over it. Let's go. There's no need for that, but it was pretty. 1982. During the summers, you and Julie enjoy walking Bucket at night. Oh, I love Bucket. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Oh, take my money. Bucket gets kicked. No! Fuck. The dog. Julia yells. I'm sorry. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. Aw. That's kind of cute, but also kind of like, I shouldn't have laughed now. Damn. You confront the attacker. You scare him away. I beat his face in. Yeah, you shouldn't really kick my dog. Would I personally do this IRL? Probably not. I probably wouldn't do either of these. I'd probably just die. Get stabbed, you know. We'll beat his face in, cause like really, are you gonna kick a dog that looks like this? Really? How dare he? He deserves every little bit of pain. Baby, put your tongue back in. The internet is watching. I love her. No one kicks my dog. Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. Hell yeah. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Yeah, that would be me. Julia asked to take a different path from that day forward. Yeah, probably scarred her. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. I would not. From then on, you walk by the river. Probably a more scenic route. Probably looks better. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. I'm sorry if you hear my lizard in the background. She's restless today. She likes to mess up the tank sometimes. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate Department Chair. Ooh, that is a great job. She wants to move. And you absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job. Agree if she commutes back and forth. It's 2,000 miles away. I feel like I'm remembering part of the story, but let me give you guys some advice. A good job, is worth moving to. However, you guys just got engaged, you know. I mean, you want to spend your life with this person, and you're letting a job tear you apart. That's not something that should happen. But I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a way to commute. I've heard of stories where people commute to schools just because it's cheaper to fly than rent. So I think you guys could make it work if she commutes. That's the whole thing. I can't tell you what not to do, but like I can come to an agreement if you can meet me in the middle. So I'm not gonna say no, don't do that. No, you can't do that. But I will get your back if you have mine. So we'll come to the meet me in the middle option. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. Good. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. It's hard, you know. distant relationships are hard, but if she's coming back, then it's better than not seeing the person at all. 1985, Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Oh, that's not good. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. If she forgot she loaned books to a colleague 2 days ago, it could be an easy mistake. But when they said episode, I feel like there could be an underlying condition. Okay, well, my grandmother is struggling with Alzheimer's disease, and this kind of reminds me of her. So I'm gonna say maybe we should talk to someone about it, just because it doesn't hurt to be on the safe side, to be prepared for the future. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they're worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. Okay, so maybe I was right to be cautious. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Yep. Okay, journal. Oh, I'm blurring that one. I didn't even read. I didn't even read what it was. I was so awestruck by sudden nudity. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. 1987. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason, and it has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Yeah, it absolutely sucks. It is heartbreaking. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. Yeah, I feel that. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family they are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. God, this is so sad. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with the 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. Guys, I see how homes are. And I'm sure some can be great. Some can be. Most of the time, they're not that great of a place. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility. That's... No. You were determined to take care of her by yourself. We'll try to take care of her. If we can't, then of course we'll find someone who can. But if you give up on the person that you've loved, they are the same person, they just don't act the same. They might not even remember you by the time everything's all done and over. But for you to stay by their side, to be kind to them, to help them, is way better than just tossing them into a facility and letting someone else maybe give them what they need. Maybe. So beautiful. so beautiful. The motion blur had to come off though. Deer. Oh, can I run after it? Nope. It's actually a walking simulator. That's crazy. I can't run. It is impossibly hard. Yes, it is. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. Yeah, it's hard, you know, like when people are in that condition, it is easy to get mad at them. But honestly, they can't control it. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter, drinking then too. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do, the first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. You really shouldn't, you know. You put a chair in front of the bedroom door. You trust that she sleeps like a rock. You don't want to trap someone in a room. But you also don't want her going around and, I don't know, doing things that she shouldn't just because of like accidental harm. In that case, if you want to go out, you should have someone there with her. It's a 24-hour care. You don't just leave. I don't agree with any of these options, but we're just gonna trust that she sleeps. I don't like any of those options. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple of nights a week. We look forward to those nights. 1989. Uh-oh. One night you were stopped at a DUI checkpoint. You blow a whopping .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Yeah, you're taking care of someone 24 hours a day, basically. It's a whole nother job. And you want to get a DUI, you're not only putting yourself at risk, you're putting other people at risk. And then, on top of that, the girl at home that you supposedly love, you're leaving all alone. Just because, one, you get in a wreck or get arrested like this. So, shame. Shame on you, Henry. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. Then they tell you Julia is coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by, summer's coming, and you see an ad in the paper for a job. So it's good. I'm glad that Henry decided not to argue. He is in no condition to take care of a person, let alone himself, it seems. So he needs to get himself on his feet and work from there. We take the job. Okay. Let me get to the lookout tower. Oh, it's autosave. Good. Great. It's now a house. We'll visit that. We'll visit that. We'll have to. Look at the view. Okay, here's the door, but I want to just take it all in. Look, there's another one. Thoroughfare lookout. I'm sure that's over there. All right, we'll go in. Lights on. Lights did not work. Floor of the shown poster. Generator switch. Hey, look at that.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hello?
Two Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
Roger, Roger. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City?
Excuse me?
Wow.
People take this job to get away from something. So what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I, like, sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Nails, bro. Oh, you've killed 3 ex-husbands. Okay. Let's talk. Let's see. You're rebelling against mom. Ooh. Nobody back home can stand you.
You're just gonna wait me out on this?
I had a timer. Damn it.
But I'm gonna take a second here and have a guess about you.
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know anything about you, but maybe you just really like trees. Maybe it's a borderline fetish. A tree fetish.
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Firewatch. Thank you guys for watching. This is all the time I have for today.
Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Fucking creep. We will continue here next time. Thank you guys for watching, and may fate have us cross paths again, my liege. Mwah. Baby, what'd I tell you about that tongue? Yeah, the internet's watching you. If you won't hit the like button for me, do it for her. I gotta feed her somehow. Please. Please, she says please. Please. Thanks for joining me on this gaming journey. Until next time, remember to drive safe on the road to life, and may your adventures be legendary. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on more epic adventures. May fate have us cross paths again, my liege.